Hey guys, welcome to my Season 2 Episode 7 review, and this episode was essentially the calm before the storm. And I want to say this right out of the gate, that if you're going into this episode expecting some action, you're not going to get it. It really seems like the budget has been saved purely for the finale, and I am expecting an insane finale next week, but I was a tiny bit frustrated that we didn't see anything besides the Arbiter vs Priest fight at the start of the episode. I was hoping to at least see some of the Spartan 3s get obliterated by the Covenant, but we also didn't see that. With that said, I'm positive we are going to see a ton of that next episode. I do have plenty to say on this episode, but very quickly I'll break it down and then give you my overall review. Episode 7 Thermopylae picks up right where we left off on the last episode. We have the Master Chief and Maki talking on the Halo ring, and they are connected thanks to the Halo artifacts. I also don't quite understand how they know Halo is a weapon. It does have many purposes, that's true, but Chief and Maki both say it's a weapon that can be used to destroy the Covenant or humanity. I just assume there's going to be a plot twist later on that reveals that the Halo ring doesn't discriminate and will kill both humans and Covenant together, as I do believe Chief thinks it can be used as a weapon for humanity, and of course that's just not going to be the case. Once that dream sequence ends, we get pulled back into the Arbiter and Priest fight. I think the VFX here was great, but once again they are saving all the action and budget for the next episode. Long story short, Cortana distracts the Priest and Maki stabs him with an energy sword, and then immediately after it looks like Maki has found the location of the Halo and she begins plotting a course towards it. From there we go to Onyx and Oni, and here we can see the entire Solemn Accord fleet arriving at the Halo ring in the Soel system. To retaliate, Parangoski decides to release the UNSC fleet and sends them right after the Covenant. Akison was told to ready the Spartan 3s, and here it's quite clear to see that Parangoski has been the one in charge the entire time. Akison's Spartan 3s will be used by Parangoski, and he doesn't really have any say in the matter. I just have to say very quickly that the actor for Akison absolutely killed it this episode, and I'm not too sure if we're going to see him in the finale, but I have to say he killed it as Akison this season. And then we jump to this Oni captain called Briggs trying to take down the Chief, and I really enjoyed this scene, and not just because Kai knocked down the Oni captain, but I thought it was really good to see the other Oni personnel realize that, you know, this is the Master Chief, let's be on his side, not this random Oni captain side. Now here's where this episode really cooked, and ladies and gentlemen, this is the first time Kwan has been useful. I'm not too sure how she did it, or where she learned how to do what she did, but somehow she managed to piece together the Forerunner artifact and get the Forerunner door to open. Okay, this bit here was seriously awesome. The light bridge, the Forerunner doorway, and of course the Forerunner corpse. At first I thought it was quite odd to see a perfectly preserved corpse, but I guess the Forerunners were just built different, so I think that makes sense. And I wonder if he was holding onto the index. It may be a stretch, but I feel like it would make a ton of sense, especially with Miranda studying it, and I really loved all the references to the flood here. Seeing all the stars on the map start to turn red was actually a real treat, and Halsey was getting excited saying that was the expansion of the Forerunners, but we all know what that really is, and I'm super excited to see the flood in live action. I'm just hoping they're going to be as gruesome and horrific as the Halo games. I think the negative in this episode would have to be the Soren Kessler plotline. At least Kwan was finally useful in this episode, but yeah, Soren and Kessler, they're just not doing it for me. I love Soren as a character, but I have to imagine his arc is going to be done in next week's finale. We do get a really cool scene where Akison studies the spike, coming to the realization that the spike is indeed a bomb, and his Spartan 3s, when they plant it, won't be making it out alive. I really enjoyed the interaction with Chief, Kai, and Akison. It really feels like Akison has begun his redemption arc, and he does help Chief here in the end, which is really good to see, and it seems like Kai is going to go down with her Spartan 3s. If Kai is going to die, I'm really hoping she has a memorable death, either saving her Spartans or just going down with them. It was so good seeing the Master Chief back in his armor, and he did have a chance to speak to Perez before she went off on her mission, and it was quite cool seeing both of them in Spartan armor, and once again the SBI suit looks so good. Episode 7 ends off with the biggest tease because it shows the Master Chief grabbing a Condor, heading towards the Soel system with the Halo ring. It also shows the Spartan 3s and Kai getting ready to attack, and it ends with the Master Chief arriving at the Halo ring, and in the distance we can see the UNSC and Covenant ships going at it. I think we are definitely getting the showdown between the Arbiter and Master Chief, and I'm really looking forward to that. And then finally we see the majestic Halo ring with the iconic Mont chant. Okay, yes, it is true that there wasn't really much action in this episode, but I still thought it was really cool, and it felt very Halo. My only other gripe is this: where is the Pillar of Autumn? At first I was a bit ticked off with the Master Chief finding the Halo in a Condor, however I do believe he's going to fight alongside the Spartans and join the space battle, and maybe, just maybe, we'll see the Pillar of Autumn or another UNSC frigate. Now with all of that said, I think episode 7 Thermopylae gets an 8 out of 10. As far as the Halo TV series is concerned, it's a solid 8. I think the Halo series certainly has its flaws, but overall it's been a lot better in season 2. I also think it's been very clear to see that they've been holding the budget back for the finale, and I'm expecting a huge episode next week, and I'm really hoping they don't hold back. It was great to see some Forerunner world building, and of course it was great to see Chief finally back in his suit. And I'm also hoping that Maki bites the dust next episode. I really just don't want her in season 3, and realistically the focus should just be on the Arbiter now. And I do have a very good feeling that's where we're going to go. If you guys enjoyed the video, please do drop me a like, I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you've been enjoying my videos, please do drop me a sub, it's free and it's the best way you can support me. So thanks guys, and I'll see you on the next video. Have a good one.